Here we are again. Ooh, we won the coin toss? Okay. Today's been a very rough day for, like... what are the words I'm looking for? For drawing cards. So hopefully I can get some gas. I mean, for this deck, I mean, this is about as good as it's gonna get. You know what? Sure. We'll do this. And then we'll equip it to you. Then I'll just set 2 pass. I mean, this is... We're playing Icejade, chat. We're playing Icejade. There's not much you can do here. Mark my words, one of these days I will find a way to make Icejade just like never brick, and when I do, it's the only deck I will play. Blockout Curtain? Wait, are you playing vampires now? Vendrids? Double summon? Man, you really love the double summon card. You love that card. VR karaoke is chill as hell right now. Yeah, every time I join like a karaoke world, like it's like clockwork. I join the VR karaoke world and then like everybody leaves. Like nobody's singing, everybody's just kind of like standing around. And then the second I join, I'm like, you doing karaoke? And they're like, oh yeah, totally, and they just leave. That happens to you a lot. Yeah, it's really weird. Because like I said, it'll just be people standing around. But the second like someone shows up and is like, hey, let's do some karaoke, or like, do you guys mind if I pick a song? And they're like, oh no, by all means, pick a song, and they just leave. Or you'll go into a room, and then like the room will just be dead. Like nobody will be there. Or there'll be people there. They're just in this weird part of the map that like no normal human being knows how to get to, unless you're just like, I guess it's just, they'll be in like a weird VIP room that like locals don't know about, only the locals know about, and the tourists can't find. Nah, I never forget the weirdest interaction I had with somebody on VR chat, and where basically there was this person, and they were like a part of this group of people, and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna go play Valorant, and then they were like, and then they looked at me and like, do you want to come? I was like, I've never played Valorant before. And they're like, what? You've never played Valorant? And I was like, yeah, I've never played it. And then they were like, well, you're more than welcome to join us. And then ooh, solemn, interesting. They were like, well, you're more than welcome to join us. And I was like, maybe I'll take you up on that. But like, the person wasn't saying Valorant, he was saying Valorant. He was saying Valorant. And so I was like, I was like, is it pronounced Valorant? I thought it was pronounced Valorant. And they're like, yeah, dude, it's Valorant. And then and I was like, oh, I thought it was Valorant this whole time. And so what ended up happening was I was talking to some people that were still like there that hadn't left to go play Valorant like yet, and I was like, and he's like, all right, I guess I'm about to log off, and I was like, oh, were you with that group that just left? And then he was like, yeah, I am. What's it to you? And I was like, oh, well, they just said they were gonna go play Valorant, because like I was pronouncing it the way he told me to pronounce it. And like they invited me to go play Valorant with you guys, and he's like, wait, did you just say Valorant? I was like, yeah, Valorant. That's the way the guy said to say it. And he's like, it's Valorant. I was like, well, I've never played it before. I'm just saying it the way that one dude told me to say it. He's like, and who was that? I was like, well, I didn't see his name. It was just one of the people in your friend group that like just logged out. He's like, oh yeah, I'm sure you did. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean? He's like, oh, nothing. I was like, dude, why are you being such a dick? Like, just like for no reason. He's like, and then he got all defensive. He's like, I'm being the dick. I was like, I mean, yeah, you kind of are. And then him and the other person he was talking to, they just walked off, and then for whatever reason, because I could barely hear them, because I was in like the main bar area and they were like off towards like the stairwell, just like in the middle of just like public VR chat lobby. He just starts saying some really like personal shit or whatever. Like not about me, but just like talking about like his personal family shit. I was like, bro, like this is VR chat. Like I don't think you should be just saying like your super personal family stuff, like doxing information like in like a VR chat lobby. And I'm just like, I was like, well, he was a dick anyway, and I just walked off, because I mean it was none of my business. You know what I mean, Chad? It was none of my business, so I just walked off. I just thought to myself, I'm like, he knows that like he can, like, everybody can hear him, right? Yeah, how you doing, Sussy? Morning? Oh yeah, for sure. It is definitely morning right now. Thank you for pointing that out, Sussy. But no, I will say one thing though, chat. I will say this generally, you will meet some of the coolest people in VR chat. Every now and then you'll meet some kind of weird people, and where it's like I don't know if I should be here, but like I'd say nine times out of 10 when I meet someone on VR chat, they're not rude like that one guy was, and they're like genuinely like super cool. Man-eater bug. Like, I'll never forget one time I met this one person and they were like, I forget what they were. They were either Brazilian or Colombian. I just know they were sort of like from like centralish Southeast America, because we were like talking to each other, because it was weird, because like I forget how it was working, because basically it was like a game of telephone, and where I knew some Japanese, some dude spoke Japanese and spoke a little bit of like a little bit of like Spanish or whatever the language that they were speaking, and it was like a game of telephone, and we're like, I would talk to them, they would talk to them, and then they would talk to another person, that person would talk to me. It was like this little circle, and we're like, we could just sort of all understand each other, and then those two people left, and it was just me and then the Brazilian or like Colombian person. I forget where they were from, but yeah, oh yeah, GG's, by the way. But essentially what was happening was like we were just like talking with Translate, and we're like, I could because like I've got a pretty good ear for like kind of like deciphering like what someone's saying to me. You know what I mean? I can't speak the language. I couldn't speak it back to him, but I could understand more or less based on like inflection and like what little bit of Spanish that I knew, or whatever, like what they were trying to say to me. And then like I just had like a Google Translate app, and so I would take what I wanted to say, translate it, and then like speak back to him. And we were able to have like a whole conversation. And it got to the point of where they were like, you know what, you're really cool. And I was like, thanks. And they're like, here, add me as a friend. And then I was like, sure. And then I never spoke to them ever again. But to this day, we're probably still friends on VR chat. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really, really cool. But yeah, you'll meet a lot of cool people in VR chat. Like, my experience is maybe the exception, not the rule. But I feel like I said, I meet 9 cool, really, really cool people that are like fun to hang out with for every one like dickhead that you meet. So definitely, like I think you'll find some cool people in VR chat, Frog. You'll find a replacement for me in no time. But yeah, GG's Drew, or yeah, GG's Drew.